Do you live in a city or a suburb? If so, what do you see when you look up at the sky at night? Do you see the Milky Way behind a blanket of stars? Do you see the sky filled with twinkling stars and other celestial lights at all? The answer, sadly, for most people is they don't. They may see a handful of bright stars and a few other stars sprinkled in between, and maybe a few prominent constellations like the Big Dipper. They don't see the starry night sky anywhere close to what it really is. Can you see the night sky in a rural setting? While the bottom picture shows the night sky in a city. You can clearly see the Milky Way in the top picture, while the bottom picture looks like it's daytime. This is actually due to all the external lights that are always lit in cities. This unwanted extra light from artificial sources is referred to as light pollution. Light pollution exists in four different forms. Number one, glare. This is when a light that is too bright often causes glare or a visual discomfort when looking at the light. Number two, sky glow. This is when too many external artificial lights causes the night sky to glow. You can see this when looking down at a well-lit city. The sky above the city is brightened. Number three, light trespass. This is when a big bright light shining on one area usually trespasses and shines on unwanted areas. For example, if you live in the middle of the city and you're trying to go to sleep, the lights coming from outside artificial lights can prevent you from going to sleep because the light trespasses into your room, making it look almost like daytime. And finally, number four, clutter. This is when you have too many lights bunched up together, or when the lights are grouped in confusing ways and it makes you dizzy or confused looking at them. What causes light pollution is not only the street lights that are always on at night, but also lights that people keep on at their homes. For example, some people have security floodlights that come on at night, so it's not completely dark around their home. Also, some businesses with large windows purposely leave all their lights on at night. Another source of light pollution comes from advertising lights. Think of a large, well-known store at night, and you'll probably notice that its store name is lit up. Sometimes these store names also use blinking lights. Still another source is the bright light from stadiums and other sporting locations. If you've seen one at night, then you'll see just how much light these places give off. The light is so bright it can often be seen from miles away and can be distracting to drivers at night. According to the International Dark Sky Association, in 2016, 80% of the world's population has been affected by sky glow. This unwanted light from artificial sources does negatively impact people. For example, people trying to sleep in areas exposed to a lot of light pollution will find it more difficult. This light pollution creates so much artificial light that it practically tricks your brain into thinking that it's still daytime, disrupting your body's circadian rhythm. Not only does light pollution affect people, it also changes the behavior in animals and insects. Because there is so much light at night, safety is also decreased. The glare from artificial lighting can keep you from seeing what you need to see to be safe while driving or while walking. There are many examples of light pollution. Picture yourself driving along a dark freeway at night. You come near a city and all of a sudden your eyes are bombarded with light coming from all kinds of directions. You have the lights from the billboard signs that are screens that show you different commercials. You also have the lights from the businesses that are in the city. There just happens to be a game tonight and you see the glare from the bright lights of the stadium. It blinds you for a second and your heart skips a beat as it prevented you from seeing the car in front of you braking. Now picture yourself with a group of friends. Let's say you're all out at night because you want to see the famous meteor shower that is passing your area tonight. You live in the city, so you go to a nearby city park. You look up at the night sky, and instead of seeing the hundreds of meteors that are passing by, you see the street lights and the lights from airplanes that are flying by to land in the international airport in your city. You do see a handful of bright stars in the sky, though. These examples show that light pollution not only keeps you from seeing the beauty of the night sky, but it also poses a danger to personal safety. Let's recap the important information we've learned about light pollution and its causes and effects. Light pollution is unwanted light from artificial sources. The four types of light pollution are these. Number one, glare, which is bright light that causes visual discomfort. Number 2, sky glow, which is the artificial glowing of the sky from too many lights. Number 3, light trespass, which can be described as unwanted light. The light from a neighbor's floodlight shining in your bedroom could be seen as examples of light trespass. And number 4, clutter, which can be described as confusing groupings of lights. Sources of light pollution include advertising lights, business lights, street lights, floodlights, and stadium lighting. And the effects from light pollution include disruption of circadian rhythm, changes to animal and insect behavior, and decrease in safety.